Hello and welcome to a new series on the channel. This is Stonehearth and specifically Alpha Update 21. Now, I love this game. For those of you who don't know, it's a city building sim strategy sort of game. You'll pick it up as we go along. It's pretty simple to figure out. It's got these adorable voxel graphics. I just love the style of this game. And this recent update's added quite a lot of content, so we can now customize how each of our little hearthlings, wouldn't we? Yeah, our little hearthlings actually, or citizens, it says down there, how they actually look. But what's important is these stats. So I'm going to play a run. My rule for this is I only ever get 3 rerolls, and I can now reroll individual people, which is amazing. But this guy right here is pretty terrible. So I'm going to reroll him. Oh, that's a decent reroll. I kind of want to reroll this person. Let's have a look at what we've got first. We have a 6/6, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to rename this person now. So you are Swordy. There we go. No, that's copying Lathrix. I can't do that. This Hearthling keeps mumbling about some sort of secret bunny god sleeping eternally. What's that all about? I don't know, honestly. I've no idea. But you are going to be our fighter. So warrior. Let's see. This person's pretty terrible. Maybe we should reroll. Sips Inverse. I kind of want to keep that name. What have you got? You've got Heart of a Crafter. Sips Inverse loves crafting things for others. If they don't make at least one thing a day, they feel the day is wasted. Okay, so we're definitely going to get you on crafting. And Green Thumb seems to have a way with plants. Oh, that would be so good at being a farmer as well. But the farmers don't craft anything. Oh, that's going to be a trade-off. I'm going to be wasting one of your talent. Right, Courageous. You want to be a fighter, but you're not very good at it. Same with you. That's a bit of a shame. You've got the wrong traits, really. Optimistic. That's good. That's a decent one to have. And Hothead. Hothead is useful in combat, but again, you're not very good at combat. I want to reroll this guy. I've got 2 more rerolls, so let's reroll him. That's not bad. Do I want to risk another reroll, though? Ooh, I don't know. I mean, you could always become a healer. 5 is good as a healer. Okay, we're going to make this person into a healer when we get the chance to do it. I honestly don't know what Sean Prestin's going to become. He's pretty useless, probably going to end up being a worker, if I'm honest. Lee Prestin is going to be some sort of crafter. Same with Trilla there. Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty happy with who we've got at the moment. I'm not going to redo any of how they look. Of course, all of these names are up for grabs. If you want to rename somebody, put their current name and then the name that you want to change them to in the comments. So yeah, let's get into the game and actually show you what it's all about. So, oh, they changed this a little bit. So Merchant Caravans, I think what I'm going to go for. Where could we go? I could go in here, and then I could make a small tunnel through and completely control where the enemies come from. It's got decent resources as well, everywhere. It's got wildlife, it's got minerals and trees. You know what? Let's do that. First order, we've got to make a tunnel, otherwise enemies are just going to spawn in our base. And here we are in the game. So, as you can see, the game is a voxel-based game. We have got ourselves nice mountainous region, plenty of trees, a little bit of water over there, which is all right. Some foundations already dug out. Do you have any useful plants? That's what I'm really looking for. No? Really? There's none? Oh, that might be an issue. You see, we need... Oh, what are you? That might be something to do with the bunny god. Is that... Looks like it might be a bunny. I don't know, though. It's got its face in a tree. So we need, not them. Do we have no flowers? Oh, we're going to have to get planting them. Oh, there we go. So we need these right here to make the healing items, and they're going to come in super handy later on. Oh, there's another one. You a bunny? Oh, yeah, you are. Wonder if they're going to have anything special then. So we're going to spawn in this little clearing here, and that is the birth of our new settlement. So let's call it something interesting, shall we? So we're going to go Nordic with it. We're going to call it Molegard, I think, and we're going to start off by pausing the game, and I'll just explain a little bit of how this works. So we've got our campfire here that acts as the center of our town. This flag here is also a marker of that, and it's where all of our civilians will gather when we go into alert mode, as you can see here. So here's the stuff that we've started with. We're going to want to say a storage area to start with, make it nice and big, 20 by 20, and we'll accept everything in it for now. And then we want to assign some citizens. So what do we have? We have a warrior. We can change their job. This is how you assign civilians and citizens to doing things in your town. With nothing assigned, they'll just be a basic worker, and that's what everyone starts as. And then based on their stats, you assign them to different things. So I'm going to assign this person to be a footman. So let's prove that. And that's the first step on the road to becoming a proper warrior. And if we look at them, the reason I did that is because a 6 in health and a 6 in spirit make them perfect for fighting. And then this one here, the mind ability, that affects how good they are at doing the more crafting-based roles. We've got this new thing here that I've never seen before called morale. What is this? All things considered, I'm okay. Mary, what? Character sheet. What, is there anything? Oh, there is something new. Lack of safety. Oh, okay. So we now have to keep everybody happy. I don't know what it's going to do if they're not happy, or if what bonuses I get for them being happy, but it looks like we've got a bit of a boost at the beginning of the game. Pioneering spirit. Okay. We've got the attributes and we've got the animal companion and... Okay, so this warrior is going to have a pet squirrel, which I'm guessing is their squirrel, befriended by Lorna Walden. Which was that person, I think. Oh, that's not going to rename with... Okay, the squirrel's going to lose its owner. Yeah, so let's get putting some other people into some jobs. We had one person that we were going to make our crafter, didn't we? Who's got the crafting? Sips Inverse. You have the heart of a crafter, so we're going to change your jobs. You're going to become our carpenter. We need somebody to become a trapper. So you're already assigned. Trapper needs to have a high body and a high mind, so maybe Trilla would be good. Optimistic and hothead. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get a knife, you possibly help out in fights. I can roll with that. Okay, so you're going to become our trapper. And we finally need a herbalist, so we're going to assign that to you eventually. Plainly because of the high spirit. So the spirit... for archers and generally everybody fighting wise, it affects how effective they are in combat, and the hearts affect how much health they've got. And as a healer, you're not going to be on the front line, so hearts don't matter too much. So yeah, let's go with that. I'm going to change your job to be a herbalist, and then we can continue playing the game. So I had it paused there. Let's play it a little bit. Everybody picks up their items. Get a madness as they'll become their jobs. There we go. Right, so now everybody is in their roles. We can see here everyone's changed icons that we've assigned. Sips Inverse. Oh, I was going to say he didn't turn into a carpenter, but he just has. There we go. Sips Inverse is now our carpenter. Okay, so now let's pause again. It's going to be a lot of stop and start at the beginning here, but once we're set up, hopefully we should be able to take things a little faster. This is the crafting menu, so I clicked on crafting down here, and then we've got our carpenter's crafting menu. We actually have a carpenter, so we can build the stuff from this menu. He's level 0 at the moment, so we're going to assign him to build a carpenter's workbench so we can start building the rest of the stuff. And then after he's done that, we're going to get him to queue the order anyway. We're going to get to build 10. We're going to get him to maintain 10 beds. That way we always have a supply of... Oh, no, it's not maintain beds. Let's get rid of that order. Let's get you to craft 10 beds instead. So they're going to craft 10 beds straight away. And then to level up, we're going to get him to maintain 10 small crates. And then we're going to go to the herbalist and do virtually the same thing. So we need to build ourselves a herbalist lab. Build one of them. It's going to require some of these though. So we need some wood to make these things. So let's go harvest. And we're going to harvest the 3 trees closest to our base. And then we're going to set a mining order. I'm going to go into slice mode down here in the bottom right. I can now assign people to dig through the wall. So this is going to stop enemies from coming at us from within this little area. We're going to fortify all of this, build buildings in here, and have this all lit up. Then enemies will only be able to spawn outside of this area and come through this tiny little gap that we can fortify. Let us play then and let them get on with that. We can see all their pathfinding. Okay, with all that done, he should... Oh, he's already made the item. So here in the build and design, we can go to place item. We've already made the carpenter's workbench, and we're just going to leave it outside in the open for now. And then somebody is going to go and grab it. He's going to go and grab it, and then he's going to place it where I told him to. There we go. So now, if I pause it again, we can see in the crafting menu, we have unlocked the ability to make all these things. It no longer says place order anyway, and he started work in green here. You can see he started work on a mean bed. I don't know why the beds mean to do something horrible to you. So we got to get some food stuff on the go. I'd made a trapper and I've completely forgot to make a trapping ground. So with this trapping ground active, we're going to build it about here. It's massive. And then, yep. And then we're going to get harvest and we're going to get rid of all the trees that were in that area. So I think it was all of those. Go back onto play mode. And people are going to start running out and doing the things that I've asked them to do. So the trapper's going to start collecting food in this area. We need to get ourselves a farmer pretty soonish. Like, what have we got at the moment? We've got ourselves a healer who can't do much until we get those flowers. I don't think there are any in this area. If there are, that would be amazing, but I don't think there are. No, we're going to have to wait until this tunnel's complete. So you can see here, our little dudes have started tunneling through. If I turn it off for slice mode, you can see they're tunneling into the edge there. And we've already got ourselves some copper and some tin, is that? Yep, tin. A little bit of gold. Oh, that's good stuff. It's a really rich ore vein in this side of this mountain. There we go, we've got a few beds. We can place these down now, so let us place beds. We're just going to place them outside for the time being, so we need enough space around each one for people to be able to sit down in them, so we need to leave a 1 square gap. 7. There we go. Oh, a grizzled traveller approaches. Should I give him voices? Oh, you know what, I'm going to give him voices. Mer burly hands. Embarkees, praise Sid. Here's something to get you started. 1 basket of turnips, 1 rabbit jerky, 1 basket of corn, and a basket of berries. Thank goodness, sir. Thank goodness you came along. Some people are falling asleep. I think it's getting towards the end of the day. Oh, it's only 4 PM. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's 4 PM. Oh, crafted level 2, mate. You are flying through this. Let's have a look at what he can make now. Oh, we can actually make the mason's chisel. We need to get ourselves a farmer's hoe. Let's maintain 4 of them at all times. We're going to maintain 4 swords just in case things get hairy. I can quickly promote a load of people to being soldiers. They'll be terrible, but it's better than having nothing. We're going to give ourselves 4 mason's chisels. Just in case we need an influx of people doing these jobs. So we're going to get ourselves 1 spinders wheel because nobody really cares about them. We can start making comfy beds, but we're going to need some bolts of cloth for that, so we need sheep. We're definitely going to make ourselves, we're going to maintain 4 of these shields, just so that there are always shields for the new... I didn't mean to press that. So there are always shields for the new people. Oh, and we are seeing our little citizen dudes got through to the other side. That's good stuff. So we can now access all of this area. We need to get somebody to head over here to pick these up. So I'm going to click on this. You can actually move anything in the environment. So I'm going to click move that item closer to our base. Let's put it about there. So it's all good in the proverbial hood. Let's speed up time. It's coming to night time now. Everyone's going to get in their beds. I think that job's going to get done in the morning. Who's the best farmer out of all of you? I mean, you're suited to the military, but that stat, that mind stat, I can't do without that. Let's change you into a farmer. You're going to become our farmer. And now that we have a farmer there, let's pause the game. Our farmer got a lovely little bonnet. Oh, cute. We're going to get ourselves in this zone. We've unlocked the farm. So these are deceptive. So I'm going to do a quick test. I think it's this way round. And then I'm going to grow a 3 just to show you what it does. I'm going to plant carrots in that one. Hopefully you can see it already. If I place 1 big zone, which is 11 by 11 at the max, it will place the rows this far apart. And you end up with, I think it's 6 rows of crops. Whereas if I go into here, and I remove that zone, then I place down 11 single ones, we actually get way more efficiency out of our crops. And it's no extra work for the farmer, they just farm spaces. It's just more efficient space-wise. That's 10 and 11, there we go. So now we've got a nice square of carrots. We're going to get maximum efficiency from this plot. And we'll fast forward time again and let them get on with it, I suppose. So people are starting to get into beds. You just got up. Let's see if what are the negative effects. Oh, we've got some negatives here. As dawn breaks on the next day. My meal was raw. Okay, so we're going to have to focus on getting ourselves a chef. Slept outside. That's understandable why you'd be annoyed about that. Slept in a shared bed. Oh, I'm sharing my bed with someone else right now. It's not the worst, but I really wish I had my own. Pioneering Spirit's still kicking in, and ate a tasty meal. That's good. A plate of berries I ate was pretty tasty. I still remember the combination of flavors. Well, combination of a single flavor. It's only berries. I think we can. Oh, we can actually assign owners. So let's just quickly assign all these beds. And there we go. That's everybody assigned to a bed. And then hopefully we shouldn't get the shared bed bonus. The shared bed problem anymore. Right, so everybody's having their morning meal. Daily update. Right, so this is where we have a chance of getting more people. So I don't know if the town morale affects it. Day 2 of Deepman, the year 1000. Molegard population, not 11, it's 7. I can't read. Food is 21 out of 50. As soon as we hit these marks, so net worth includes building, it's everything that you own. This figure can only go up. Unless goblins come and take things, but then generally you kill the goblins and your net worth goes up with loot. You need enough food to support an extra villager. As soon as these numbers go green and they're above, and you've hit those thresholds, you get a new person. So we'll be aiming to get as many new people as we can early on, plainly because we need a military force, and we need them to be training early, so we're going to get attacked. All good. So our farmer's busy planting carrots everywhere here. They're pretty fast growing, good food source. Our carpenter, what is he working on? He is working on, at the moment, making swords. I kind of want you to make shields. It's slightly more important for me right now. And I think he's leveled up enough to make the advanced tool bench as well. So we're going to get him to make that once he's done with everything there. He's made all of the crates that leveled him up, and he's good to go. We're basically just going to make sure we queue up enough tasks for him each day so that he makes one thing a day, so that he gets his bonus. You get a bonus? It's your fruitful labours. It always... Oh, I can't read. There we go. It always feels good to make something with one's... Oh, how very English. It always feels good to make something with one's own hands. It helps clear my mind. Does it now? I'm guessing that's the heart of a crafter kicking in there. Ate a tasty meal times 2. Oh, yes. Good stuff. We don't even have a chef yet. Quickly into the job system. There's a lot to explain in this game. We're almost through it all. As you can see here, a footman, when they're high enough level, can turn into an archer or a paladin. It's basically DPS and tank. And then healer is this. So you go from a herbalist into a cleric, and that is just better than a herbalist. So once we've got that, we're probably not going to need the herbalist anymore. We're going to get a blacksmith into an engineer. Carpenter just stays as is. A mason gets promoted to a potter, although I personally think a mason is better. I don't know if a potter can do all the things a mason can. We'll have to see about that. Important one is a farmer turns into a cook. And cooks have the ability to make food a bigger bonus because they cook it into an actual cooked meal. And then a trapper becomes a shepherd. Shepherds are good because you can get sheep, and then you get wool, and you get better clothes, and it's just all good things. Everything's always all good. A weaver as well. So the weaver's needed once you get the shepherd, but not really that early on. That's great. Sip earned level 3. What can you do at level 3? Character sheet. When inspiration strikes, the carpenter may embellish his works with unexpected ways. That's good stuff. I think I've seen this before. I think if he creates something randomly, it has a chance of becoming like a gold star thing, and it's just worth more money. Our farmer has run out of work, which is not good. Everyone should always be working on the given tasks. So we're going to expand the farm a little bit. We're going to grow... honestly, carrots are just the best way of getting anything done. So we're going to continue with that. There we go. That is 20 rows of carrots. I think one farmer should be able to deal with that much, but we'll see. If it becomes too much, we'll have to promote somebody else to a farmer. But it's all right, because we've got the tools. We can harvest these flowers now that they're here. And then when they can go here. And there we go, making the thing already. So we can place that thing that just got made, the workshop. This is for the healer, so it's going to get placed pretty close to spawn. We'll get placed there. We'll place the other 3 beds down while we're here. And we can make this area a little bigger. So I think if we just take out that square there and this square here, and then we'll have a little indoor keep area. We can put some doors on the edges, and then have a little sort of battlements inside, as it were. Okay, so as night falls on the second day, I'll actually have to bid you farewell for this episode. We have made some pretty good progress already. Let's pause it there. Hopefully next time we can get some of the building done. I can show you the combat system and everything like that. Yeah, it's all good. If you want to rename people, don't forget, leave their names. I'll put them on screen now. If you leave their name as it is currently in the comments, and then say what you want to change it to. So that about sums it up. Don't forget, if you like the video, leave a like. It lets me know that you like the series and it supports my channel. Hit subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in the next episode of Stonehearth.